And this is my friend Sammy. Sammy the Star. Maybe you've seen me around before, and maybe you've noticed that my friend Sammy isn't always with me. Sammy only appears to let us know that there is a person or situation which we should be feeling empathy for. Do you know what empathy is? Empathy is when you understand how someone else is feeling. Once you're able to understand how someone else is feeling, having empathy means you care about their feelings too. We care how other people are feeling because we don't want our friends and classmates feeling sad, upset, or lonely. Once you understand and care about someone else's feelings, a great additional thing to do is to respond by reaching out and helping. There are lots of different ways you can be empathetic and reach out and help. Using the 3 start with hello steps is a great way to be empathetic. Remember, the 3 steps are: see someone alone, reach out and help, and start with hello. When we see someone alone and we care about how they're feeling while they're alone, that's empathy. Using the 3 start with hello steps is a great way to express empathy and be an empathy all-star. Empathy is a big concept, but it's an important word to understand. To help you understand it better, let's explore 3 different scenarios. These scenarios will show us what practicing empathy looks like in real life. First, let's imagine you're in the cafeteria eating lunch. You notice that Carlos is eating alone.
I hate eating alone every day. I wish I had someone to talk to.
Remember, being empathetic includes understanding and caring about how someone else is feeling, and then following up by reaching out and helping. What do? Choose the most empathetic response that best uses the 3 start with hello steps. Carlos should get up and go sit with someone so he doesn't have to sit alone. Oh no, it looks like Carlos is sitting alone. I've had to sit alone before and didn't like it. I think I'll go over and say hello and keep him company. It looks like Carlos is sitting alone again. I hope someone offers to eat lunch with him. Select your response. Then, select Submit. Great choice. Your response shows empathy because you were able to understand how Carlos was feeling. You cared that Carlos was sitting alone, and you responded by reaching out and sitting with Carlos. Now, picture yourself in the library at your school. You're walking to your seat to work on a project, and you notice Izzy is sitting alone and looks upset.
I'm so stressed out. How am I ever gonna get everything done?
You decide to wave and walk over to her. As you do, Izzy lets out a heavy sigh and tells you she's having a bad day. Her teachers are pressuring her to complete her overdue homework assignments, and her mom was upset this morning because Izzy didn't finish her chores. How do you respond? You've already started with a wave, but choose the most empathetic response that best integrates the second start with hello step. Reach out and help. I'm sorry to hear that, Izzy. We better not make too much noise in the library, though. Shh. We shouldn't be talking while we're in the library. I'm sorry to hear that, Izzy. I understand how hard it can be to focus on your homework when you're having a bad day. I'd love to listen more. Let's hang out at recess today and you can tell me about it. After, we can play kickball. Select your response. Then, select Submit. Great job! Your response shows empathy because you understood how difficult it was for Izzy to feel discouraged. You showed you cared by telling Izzy you want to listen more, and you reached out to Izzy and tried to help her feel better by inviting Izzy to talk and play at recess. Listening is an important part of empathy. You're playing a game with friends at recess when you notice a group of kids making fun of Zoe. They're saying she's too little to play on the monkey bars.
I really want to play on the monkey bars with the other kids. I feel so alone without anyone else to play with.
Remember, being empathetic includes understanding and caring about how someone else is feeling, and then following up by reaching out and helping. How do you respond? Choose the most empathetic response that also uses the 3 start with hello steps. Poor Zoe. I've been picked on before and it really hurt my feelings. I'm going to give Zoe a high five and ask her to play a different game with us. That's not very nice. I wish they wouldn't laugh at Zoe. Maybe Zoe will be better at the monkey bars when she gets older. Select your response. Then, select Submit. Awesome response! Your empathetic response shows that you care about how Zoe is feeling, but also that you understand how she is feeling because you've been picked on too. Asking her to play a game with you was a great way to reach out and help after you chose to respond with empathy. Great job working through those empathy scenarios. You now have a better understanding of what empathy is and how you can be empathetic to others. The great thing is that you can practice empathy in all areas of your life, not just in the cafeteria, the library, or at recess. If you're ever in a situation where you're not quite sure how to respond, here are 3 steps to help you. See someone alone, reach out and help, and start with hello. Select each step to learn more about it. The first step is to see someone alone, just like you did when you noticed that Carlos, Izzy, and Zoe were feeling alone, left out, or excluded. Once you see someone alone, the second step is to reach out and help. There are lots of ways you can reach out and help. You can help by inviting them to play a game, sitting with them at lunch, or just listening when they're having a bad day. If you're ever not sure how to help, remember step 3. Start with hello. You can say, hello, hey, or what's up? Or you could try saying hello in another language, like hola, konnichiwa, ni hao, bonjour, and ciao, just to name a few. You can also wave or offer a high five. The important thing is that you're doing your part to help someone else feel less alone. When you apply these 3 steps, see someone alone, reach out and help, and start with hello. You are acting like a true empathy all-star. The scenarios with Izzy, Carlos, and Zoe helps you practice being empathetic and applying the 3 start with hello steps. Now, let's think about ways we can use it in our real lives. Sammy and I have a fun challenge for you. We want you to pick one different promise challenge to try out this week. You can complete a promise challenge in your classroom, at recess, in the cafeteria, or anywhere else where you might see someone who could use a friend. Let's take a look at the promise challenges together. Here are 3 promise challenges you can choose from. Read through each promise challenge or select each one to have it read to you. Then, pick the one you want to try out this week. You can also type in your own or choose to see more promise challenges. Once you've made a decision, select Submit. This week, I promise to ask one new person to play a game with me at recess. This week, I promise to learn something about a new student or a student I don't know very well. This week, I promise to eat lunch with someone different. Okay, here are some more promise challenges you can choose from. Read through each promise challenge or select each one to have it read to you. Then, pick the one you want to try out this week. You can also type in your own. Once you've made a decision, select Submit. This week, I promise to ask someone how they're feeling if they look down or upset. This week, I promise to try out a new hello style to start a conversation with someone I don't normally talk to. This week, I promise to teach someone about the 3 start with hello steps. This week, I promise to practice empathy by trying to understand and care about how someone else is feeling. This week, I promise to listen to someone who might be having a bad day. This week, I promise to grow my courage by helping someone even if it makes me a little uncomfortable. This week, I promise to ask someone new to be my partner in class. This week, I promise to learn something about a new student or a student I don't know very well. Great choice! Here is a list of other promise challenges that you can try out. Print this promise challenge list to try them out whenever you want. You can also share these with other kids, teachers, or parents. If you don't have a printer, write down the promise challenge you selected so you remember what you have promised to do this week. Awesome work! Sammy's so proud of the way you showed empathy today and excited that you're going to continue practicing empathy with others. Today, we learned about empathy, practiced empathy in 3 different scenarios, reviewed the 3 start with hello steps, and chose a promise challenge to practice this week. Remember, being empathetic is a great way to help others feel more included. And if you're ever not sure where to start, you can always just start with hello.